Scorpio, I got a really interesting vision for you the other night. It was a big black spider and it was kind of moving and crawling around my mind. It was a very intense experience and I heard the word Scorpio. So I feel that Spirit wants to talk about this, and in the spiritual space, spiders represent the weaving of fate. They are very creative. They design intricate webs to catch their prey. So I'm feeling this sort of energy of creativity and taking control of your destiny at the moment. So yeah, we're gonna see what the cards want to say about this. I got a new deck, so we're gonna see what comes out. I really like the bees, and with these bees, I'm being reminded of a bee that I saw get caught in my in a spider web in my kitchen. I couldn't really handle watching the spider kill it, so I saved the bee. And I felt really bad for the spider, and that feels like a message. Maybe you felt like something was going to happen and it didn't quite go to plan. Someone intervened. Okay, so what's going on for Scorpio right now? What does this spider mean? Indulgence. Number 19. You are worth every desire, every dream. Demand what is yours and demand what you need. Interesting. I'm getting goosebumps on my arm. I'm also getting drawn into the bees on the and you know what's really interesting, and I can't really show you because I can't move the camera, is that this window looks like my kitchen window where the bee got caught by the spider. You know, destiny is our dreams, it's our desires. But when fated events come in, it can feel like the destiny line is far away from us. I'm gonna pull out Inner Temple Oracle and see what comes out with indulgence for Scorpio. Destiny life or fated life. And that's kind of what I'm, Spirit, the synchronicities, right? This is, you know, the path that we're supposed to walk on. And fated life is when fated events happen to us so that we can get onto our destiny. So when something traumatic happens, it either gives us the opportunity to go jump into our destiny, or we stay in the fated. Wow, I can't believe that Spirit brought that out. Indulgence. Okay, so tell me a little bit more about this indulgence, Spirit, and destiny life. What else does Scorpio need to know with this oracle deck? I'm also being really drawn into the moon in this deck on the indulgence card. The Lovers. Love lulls all sorrow and bewitches flesh, mind, and breath, reminding me that I am unafraid of the unfurling winds of my eternity. Okay, so I am getting that this is in relation to a love connection. I mean, this person could have a beard, or there could be similar characteristics if you're male, female in these cards. I'm just noting how with indulgence, it's the moon, and then with the Lovers, the sun is rising. And so it feels like a new day is dawning for you, Scorpio. Okay. I'm still a bit shocked by the destiny life and fated life coming out. What else do we want to say to Scorpio about this? About the spider. It's like it's your destiny to find this love connection. And maybe you spent a long time alone, or you've got a love connection in your life, but it feels like it's been re-energized with that sun. Sacrifice. You must find the ebb and flow of life within within your very self. Embracing all is embracing truth. And look at the cycles of the moon. And the heart, that's very lovers, isn't it? Don't sacrifice yourself in love. You should never do that. I'm sorry, I realized that she's a bit nudie-tooty, so I probably should have covered it up. I think what I'm getting is the roots, is in the past, you've put roots into the ground where, I'm also, sorry, lots of things are coming through. It's like you put roots into the ground about self-sacrificing. I'm also seeing how the heart is buried beneath the surface. It's like you've buried your heart to protect yourself. And you know what? You are deserving of this love. You are worth every desire, every dream. Demand what is yours. So it feels like a love connection's come in, or is coming in for you. And Spirit is highlighting that your heart might be buried at the moment, might be hard to touch. That you've got roots in self-sacrificing. And that the advice here is you must find the ebb and flow of life within your very self. And it's very true in love, right? You need to embrace speaking your truth. Okay, I want to get another Inner Temple Oracle around these lovers. Inner Temple Oracle, what does Scorpio need to know about this? We're going to get the tarot out. I'm just mixing things around, doing stuff a little differently. Ooh. No way. Chambers of soul contracts. I'm also being reminded of how sometimes spiders eat their mates. I don't know, it seems very scorpionic if you ask me. Okay, so this is a soul contract that you've had. This is so crazy, the synchronicities. Destiny, fated, indulgence, the lovers, sacrifice, and chamber of soul contracts. Okay, let's pull out the tarot. Okay, so what's the situation about with Scorpio? I feel like we got a good gist of what's going on for you. But let's see. What does the tarot have to say about this for Scorpio? King of Wands. I don't feel like this is you, Scorpio. This feels like the other person. Now, he's really passionate. He's very driven. He's very creative. What is Scorpio's energy? Page of Swords. Kind of getting incoming message. So you might be getting a message from this person soon. But I'm very drawn to the fact that this page is just starting on their journey. And that feels relevant. Like if you've had soul contracts in the past, maybe you've spent some time alone and indulging yourself, healing after these fated life events happen to you. Now there's a destined love soul contract coming in for you. And Spirit is bringing to your attention about how your heart might be buried. And that you might be stepping into this, you're stepping into this with the Page of Swords energy. I'm getting intellect. And this Page of Swords is willing to learn something new, might be a bit impatient. So what's the obstacle for Scorpio? No, Scorpio. That being the obstacle, right? That to me says that you've had soul contracts in the past that have hurt you, and that you have a bit of fear around this. Let's get another one for the obstacle. Five of Pentacles. And the way this is coming out is it's directly coming out under the Lovers card. So this does feel like you have a bit of fear around financial stability, or like, say for example, in the past you gave financially a lot to a situation and you fear giving too much in the future. I'm kind of getting this energy of the Nine of Pentacles. It feels like the advice a little bit with this is, you know, with the Nine of Pentacles, she doesn't give everything to everyone. She keeps enough for herself. She always makes sure she has enough for herself. I just saw 11:11 on the clock. Okay, so that's quite an obstacle, feeling happy, feeling content in this, and you know, a level of fear around spiritual connection is how it's coming through, and financial stability. What's the outcome of this? What's the outcome of this for Scorpio? Cards don't want to come out. Hesitation. Cards aren't coming out. It's all right. Four of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. I mean, I like the Page of Cups. For me, that's a new that's this romantic opportunity. And I kind of like that the outcome is like, your energy is the Page of Swords and the outcome is the Page of Cups. Like, this is good transition in my opinion. This one is quite caught in their head, very logical. You know, look at, he's got a sword, he's ready to swing it. Quite, I want to say hoity-toity, which I never say. So that might be a bit of an energy for you at the moment. But the outcome is emotional depth. You know, he's got this fish in his cup. And he's looking at the fish. And the fish represents emotions. So it feels like you're willing to look at your emotions. Now, the Four of Pentacles, this is holding on too tightly to what we have. And you know, when you go from the 4 to the 5, that's this. That's fear of this. And it's like, you don't hold on too tight. I feel like the advice here is to share what you can. Don't hold on too tight that you let opportunities go by. And you know what? That falls directly under the sacrifice. And it feels like, you know, with these pentacles under his feet, it's kind of like the heart being buried, isn't it? It's kind of a similar energy. It's like, this is mine. I sacrificed. I struggled in the past. I'm going to hold on too tight. So that's the outcome to this. And, you know, it's never too late to change the energy that's going to be shifted. Let's find out what your advice is for Scorpio. What's the advice for Scorpio? Hesitation? Okay. I mean, it fell to the floor, which I always view it as quite symbolic. And I feel that we need to really look at this. Two of Pentacles. This is juggling. This is maneuvering a lot of different things, you know, and I feel like saying and dancing at the same time. So it's kind of like this chaos energy. I don't know if you can see very clearly with the blur, but the waves are very big in the back. So you're going to have a bit of an emotional, I feel turmoil is the word coming to mind. Let's get some more advice. It's falling under the Chamber of Soul Contracts. Can you get another advice for Scorpio? Scorpio, the spider. Any more advice? Three of Cups. Temperance, beautiful, beautiful. Temper that chaos that you're feeling, the emotional turmoil. I feel that is really great advice. And you know, with the Two of Pentacles, what I feel guided to say is, you know, he's juggling these two pentacles, and it's hard. He's moving at the same time, his feet. He's got deep emotions that are roaring, is how it was coming through. So can you drop one of these pentacles to focus on this Page of Cups? And with Temperance being there, you know, he's got, again, it's this sort of shifting energy, right? He's shifting the energy. So do something creative here, okay? That's what's coming through really strong, is that a level of creativity is needed, or something that makes you feel in awe of your day. And I never say things like that. So, like for example, you could do some coloring, like, right? Like you could crochet something. You could play some music. Get your guitar out if you're like that, if that's your thing. But I really feel like asking for one of these cards. What's the advice for Scorpio? What's the advice for Scorpio? Are you getting drawn into, you must find the ebb and flow in your life, embracing all the truth? Ooh, staying quiet. One more? We'll do one more, I'm hearing. No more advice wanting to come through. Boundaries. Let's try the inner temple. Am I pulling the wrong deck? What's your advice? Thank you. Ancestral healing and deep transformation. Wow. Yeah. So your advice is to look at your conditioning in childhood, what you experienced, what you've experienced in the past, and allow the chamber of transformation to take over, to transform that. And that's kind of what Temperance is. He's alchemizing these energies. And, you know, I'm being guided to his third eye, or I don't know if it's actually a third eye, but you can see here he's got a little circle. Sorry, I don't know if you can, but it feels like trusting your intuition as well. So deep ancestral healing. And you know what? I'm getting pulled into this kind of tree-like energy in here. So I feel like your heart is really hard to access at the moment. And this is because of your, you know, what you've experienced in the past, but also what you saw from your mother, your father, from your grandma, your grandpa, and it gets carried down generations, right? And Spirit is really asking you, like, let's heal this wound. Let's heal it, and transform it. I just heard the butterfly doesn't get caught in the spider web. So I don't know what that means. But Spirit wanted me to say it. I'm not sure if anyone wants to Google that and let me know. But I really enjoyed bringing this message to you. I really enjoyed the synchronicities in it. It really made my day. So yeah, please comment. Tell me how this is showing up in your life. I would love to hear. Sending you lots of strength, Scorpio. And just remember, you can put a pentacle down. Okay? Love you lots.